Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please sit. Okay, Anubhav, tell about yourself.
Sir, I am from Ghaziabad. I have done my BTech from JSS Noida, and thereafter I have done a job in private organization in Ghaziabad only. And after that I have done MTech from NIT Hamirpur. And in that duration only I got selected in Bharat Electronics as a contract engineer. There I've worked for 1 year, and then from that I have been preparing for government examinations.
Which other government exam you are preparing for?
Sir, I have been selected in CPWD as JE from SSC 2023.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
but are you preparing for civil service also?
No, sir.
Okay. So you passed out from JSS.
Yes, sir. JSS.
ये कहाँ बैठते हैं?
Sorry, sir.
JSS का full form क्या है?
अच्छा, जगत गुरु श्री शिवाशेश्वरा. I think if I am being correct.
ये कहाँ बैठते हैं?
Sir, in Mysuru.
Have you met him?
No, sir.
Okay. And what games you play?
Sir, I like to play badminton, football, and before 1.5 years, I was doing swimming also.
Okay. So tell me, what is the size of badminton court?
Sir, it's can I tell in feet?
Yeah, no problems.
Sir, it's 44 feet for the full length of the court with 20 feet of the width, and the net height being 5.1 inches at the ends and 5 feet at the center due to the sagging of the net.
Okay. Is it same for doubles and singles?
Sir, in doubles actually the side boundaries that I have told, the 20 feet, that is included, and in singles the side boundaries are neglected in single matches.
Yeah, so for single, what will be the size?
Sir, it will be around 17 feet into 44 feet with the length 44.
Okay. So at the ends, there is no problem.
No, sir.
Lengthwise,
Lengthwise there
only
is
widthwise there is an issue.
only, yes, sir.
So there is a gap of 1.5 feet on each
1.5
side.
feet on each sides.
Okay, very good. And you play football?
Yes, sir. Sir, I was there in college team, but since now no friends are left in my society, so now I don't play.
Okay. And what's the size of football field?
Sir, it's international fields are around 75 to 80 meter in length, and around 40 meters, I guess, in the width.
Okay. So should the football field, should it be made of synthetic material or it should be,
Sir,
what is the prescribed material for football field?
Sir, actually the boots that the player wear, they have studs, actually the outcoming from the shoe for have a grip on the field. So if we play like on the synthetic, if we consider there is a synthetic field, so the shoes will be different, and the maybe ball will not skid as much that it skids on the grass. So basically grass is the only material that we play on that.
So this international football matches which are held,
Yes, sir.
are they held on real grass or synthetic grass?
So there can be both the types of material. Real grass stadiums are also there, and if there is a match which is upcoming and the stadium is not that of preparation, so synthetic material can also be laid.
Now tell me about World Cup.
World Cup of football,
Yes,
FIFA.
yes.
So
So-
sir, in that I think synthetic material is used. Sir, I can guess about it.
How do you guess? What makes you
Sir,
say so?
Actually, when I have seen some matches and when the player slides, so there is not that much of soil upcoming from the field. So I have guessed that way.
Okay, that is one. What else?
And sir, in that matches, if there is a weather calamity like rain or snow, so it can be drained properly on synthetic materials. So that can be the reason they are using.
Yes, another very important thing you are missing. Will grass grow uniformly all over the football ground? So huge ground.
Yes, sir. It's a huge ground, but
Will grass be uniform on the whole ground?
no, sir, it won't be uniform.
Won't
But
be.
if they are conducting FIFA World Cup, they must have been cutting to the uniform length.
Where the goalkeeper stands.
Yes, sir.
Have you observed that place? If it is real grass, there will be no grass there,
Sorry, sir. I haven't noticed that much.
isn't it? Because if it's real grass, that fellow will be jumping all the time on that.
Yes, sir.
So it will die.
Okay, sir. I'll
Anyway.
see about more.
Anyway, good. So you are basically a civil engineer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you tell us something? Why the bridges in Bihar are collapsing one after the other?
Sir, one of the reason is the sudden major rains occurring. Due to in past years, they haven't that much of the rain in depth also.
Okay.
So maybe the soil collapse is there. And in rivers like the piers and abutments are there, they are experiencing a huge force, due to which the concrete collapses and the bridge collapse.
Is it due to the force of water?
Sir, it basically due to force also and due to the soil beneath the piers also. As the water level increases, there will be less shear strength in the soil, so it can collapse.
Yeah, that I understand.
Yes, sir.
But do you think force of water can make a concrete pillar collapse? This theory, it doesn't go well with me.
Sir, it experiences a huge force in floods also. Floods.
Yeah, I think we can look at this issue more.
No, this water force is already catered in the design. When there is a river, there will be definitely water.
Yes, sir.
Will be flowing. So there are some hidden factors and reasons which publicly will not come out. Quality issue and all that.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir, I haven't that much.
Hey, erosion of soil is right. If there's nothing under the pillar, then the pillar will collapse.
Yes.
That if you're not gone deep enough, you have not designed the
Yes,
pillar
sir.
for that, then yes, continue.
Okay, you have done MTech, no?
Yes, sir.
Which was your subject of MTech?
Sir, transportation system engineering.
Okay, transportation. So I will be asking a few questions. So have you used any design software for this?
Sir, I have used PTM VISM in my lab, but I have not used any software in my project.
Okay.
That was the coursework in the lab that I have used, PTV VISM.
Have you visited Chandigarh?
Yes, sir.
So earlier there used to be rotaries. Now
Yes,
they
sir.
have changed to red lights. Why they have failed rotaries?
Sir, rotaries are used where red light signals are used if the traffic will be more and there will be congestion during the weaving of the vehicles. So they have used the traffic signals. While in rotary, there is a limit of about 3,000 vehicles per hour. They can be used.
It's basically the increase of traffic.
Yes, sir.
So what's a Mohr circle?
So Mohr circle is the diagrammatic representations of the stress on a stress block, if we consider. So it tells about the shear stress and the normal stress for acting on that.
What is its application practically? For what purpose we use it?
Sir, in designing of like machines and machine designing, we can use the Mohr circles with the stress which it will act on the tangential and.
Theoretically, you are right. Nowadays, there are a lot of landslides
Yes, sir.
in UK and Himachal.
Yes, sir.
Why it is happening?
Sir, landslides occur, sir, if the slope angle of the is more as compared to which it can be sustained, and if there is a lack of retaining walls in the zone, and
No, why it is happening? It is the theoretical answer, but
Okay.
nowadays it is this activity is increasing.
Yes, sir.
In your opinion, what is the reason behind this? What the government policy or what people are doing? Basically, there is a called stability of slope.
yes, sir.
So these slopes are nowadays not stable. Why? Because people have
Sir,
gone and developed there.
yes, sir.
More and more population has gone there on the hills.
Sir, I can take a guess about this question.
Mm.
Like more of the deforestation is there, so due to which soil cannot be retained at their position, and due to like buildings, like we have dug up the mountains.
There is a sinking of the ground in this 𝐂𝐨𝐿𝐴.
Sorry, sir.
Recently it was in the news. And there was in Kerala, Wayanad, there was some casualty, so many people died.
Yes, sir.
How do you see it? What was the engineering reason or social reason? Why it happened? Have you gone through the newspaper reports, and there must be some analysis of that? Which
Sorry,
paper
sir,
you are
I have
reading?
to check that. I
You
don't
don't
know
go
about
through the editorials. There were a lot of editorials on this.
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
Landslide.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have heard about the news, but I haven't gone into the details. So I'll look into
So
that.
in last 4-5 years, there were many cases of landslides in Western Ghats.
Okay, yes, sir.
The main reason it was not in the upstream casualty. These were on the downstream. If you go through the reports that all these people were staying in the upstream.
Okay,
The
sir.
government relocated them. They were thrown out and they got settled in the downstream.
Okay.
They
sir.
never thought that downstream will also get flooded. Generally, flood comes in the upstream
Yes.
of the dam. So now, because this so much of rainfall, it collapsed all of the sudden. That's why they were washed away. What's the influence line and where it is used?
Sir, influence lines are used to check the behavior of a beam or a frame for reactions and all the redundants like shear force moments and etc.
Basically,
Moving
use it,
loads, sir, if we use
basically
the
traveling
moving-
loads or
yes,
moving
sir.
loads. Okay. What is redundancy? We use the word in this truss.
Yes, sir. Sir, in for example, if we using a truss, if the members and the joints are like more, if the members are less than the joints, number of joints plus the equilibrium equations, then we will call it a deficiency. And if it is more than the joints plus the equilibrium equation, then we will call it a redundant member.
Okay, if I increase the redundancy of a structure,
Yes, sir.
will it enhance its strength or reduce?
Sir, we prefer to have a redundant member as if the forces, if we
So
can,
just give in yes or no. It will definitely increase.
Yes, sir.
More the numbers if you add one, it will reduce stresses in the other members.
Yes, sir.
That should be your answer. What is space frame?
so space frame is a frame that we draw in 3D modeling.
Okay. So can you give me some, you can throw some light on the T1 building failed in this
Collapse of airport T1.
What is your take on this?
Sir, I think that the rainwater that collected on the roof material, that may be the cause for the collapse of the steel structures beneath it due to the water load over it. And the wind forces were also predominant at that time. So that may be the reason of the
I don't think there was a wind force at that time. There was no storm
sir?
or like that. Only it was the rain only that day.
So, but as rain occurs, there is a slight wind forces also that occurs in the region.
But it never failed in storms. Wind.
Yes.
So for uplift, it was properly designed. So they never thought that there can be a vertical load more than this because accumulation of rainwater. That's the basically primary reason. If the one member fails, then the whole structure
Yes, sir.
came down.
Actually, sir, it was a truss member that was
If
that
you go
failed.
through the newspaper, this
Okay, sir.
any casualty that after 2-3 days there are a lot of articles.
Yes, sir.
And
it's a shock.
technicality also is mentioned. Go through that.
Sure, sir.
Okay, any
I'll
good.
look back.
Next.
So, Anubhav, you have done your MTech in transportation.
Yes, sir.
So, what area of interest is there in transportation?
Sir, as in my area of interest, sir, that would be the urban planning for the transit systems. Like, sir, that I have done actually before my MTech. I have gone through many college fest, and I have done the smart city development, for example, and that in that the transit system that we are using, like monorail, I have done that on monorail. I planned a city with the monorail and with the with all the facilities that like for hotels, if there it is in a city, and shopping complexes, so that easily connectivity is there. So I've done that, sir.
How monorail and the normal rail, the metros, right?
Yes, sir.
In the transit system. We are talking about the city transit system.
Okay, sir.
So, how the monorail and the normal metro are different financially?
Financially.
Because technical aspect is secondary. First
Yes,
is the financial aspect always in any project.
Sir, in monorail, I think the rail that runs, that uses the magnetic couplers, so that may be there may be the huge difference due to the cost. And while in metro, it runs on the same tracks with a smaller gauge, like the normal railways. So maybe monorail will be a little costlier, I think.
How about the seating capacity of metro and the monorail? Which one would be? Are they equivalent, or monorail has less or metro has less?
Sir, like in Mumbai, that is the monorail. Like they have a lesser seating capacity as compared to the metro running in Delhi. But
But in Mumbai we
they-
have the metro also. So we
Yes.
can compare both them.
But sir, monorail is specific for some stations, and the metro is divided into vast areas also. So there is the flexibility of people traveling from a different place to other in the metro rather than in monorails.
Okay. You are interested in Formula racing also.
Sir, I like to watch the Formula 1 racing. Yes, sir.
How they are able to make such a good roads?
Sir, actually, there is a FIA committee which governs the Formula 1. So there is a codals provision that they have defined, and so basically they are using a modified bitumens for the tracks. Like in India also there is a track, but it is not being used since 2013. So they have used like plastic and rubber polymers in that track to make it suitable for the tracks for the F1 cars.
And F1 cars stops after certain laps, right?
Yes, sir.
So why they are stopping?
So because the wear and tear of the tires, as they are running on high speeds and taking turns near about 150 kmph, so there is a lot of wear and tear of the tires. Actually, sir, there are different types of tires. If we are using soft compound, then it will be wear out around 15 to 18 laps around. Yes, sir. So
If they don't stop, then?
Sir, actually the tire will be torn off and he won't be able to complete the race, because other drivers are they will stop, and a fresh new tires will give more speed and grip to them, so they will overtake obviously.
Fresh new tire will give more speed or more power?
Sir, actually fresh tires will give more grip to the driver for turning.
But they will offer more friction also, and that will reduce the speed?
So fresh tires are like, if we consider soft tires, they are plain soft tires. They are like shiny tires for that. There will be not that much of friction. So fresh tires have less frictions, but due to the temperature control of the tire, they provide more grip to the drivers.
which is more important, friction over here or the power over here?
Sir, I think friction will be more important for cornering the cars at a high speed. So I'll prefer friction over the power, because power, in terms of power, each car have the capacity of almost same. So if the tires the driver have more friction, so he can overtake on the corners also. So he will be beneficial with the friction force.
According to you, what changes should be done to our this Indian Formula 1 racing
Yes, sir.
track so that it is used very frequently for F1 racings?
Sir, actually, the track, I don't think a track doesn't have any our drawbacks, but it was suspended by the FIA due to the government policies at that time. Because government considered F1's motorsport as an entertainment, so they have imposed the tax on FIA to provide 30% of the previous 3 years. But recently, sir, there have been in June 2023, there is MotoGP held on that track, and many Asian Prima, Tata Prima racing is also done in 2017-18. So maybe in 2025, there is a coming back of the Formula 1 in Indian circuits.
Sir.
Okay. So Anubhav, what are the differences between a truss and a frame?
Sir, the first foremost difference is the truss are the pin jointed, whereas frames are rigid jointed. In truss, the loads are acting on the pins, whereas in frame we can keep it in the middle and some anywhere part of the frame. And analysis of truss, like we can do it with the equations, equilibrium equations and method of section and joints. For frames, we need a more complex like indeterminate analysis, indeterminate structures analysis.
Which one would you more prefer for structures?
Sir, like if we see that for bridges, generally trusses are considered, but in case of a building, steel structure building, we can use the frames also. With the single bay frame also, there is a go downs also. If they can put a truss over that.
So let's say you are saying for bridges we prefer trusses.
Yes, sir.
Road which is laid on a member.
Yes, sir.
If a truck is passing over the road,
Yes,
the
sir.
load would be applied to the member.
Yes, sir.
What type of load that will be? Will that be a pin jointed load or it is a load on the member?
Sir, like a bridge has a deck and over that a vehicle passes.
Right.
So that load you are asking.
Yeah.
So, sir, that load will be, first of all, that will be distributed over the pavement and then it will pass on through the member. But
So here the member is loaded with some distributed load. Is it a truss?
sir, in bridges, I can guess, sir, if you permit.
Please.
Sir, in bridges, the side, the hangings or the bridge hangings that are made up of truss, but in the deck slab, they are using girders, so they can be loaded on the middle as also.
Okay. What is reinforced concrete?
Sir, reinforced concrete is a concrete that we are reinforcing with any type of reinforcing material that we can use in concrete. For example, the most common is the steel bars and some rubber polymers also, plastics, glass reinforced also.
So why we use reinforcement?
Sir, as a concrete is basically good in compression. So if there are tensile stresses on the structure, so we use them to perform good in the tension part also.
Okay. And how does we get these tensile loads?
Sir, due to reversal of loads, sometimes due to seismic forces, there is a reversal or wind forces. And if we are designing a cantilever beam, so there are the tensile forces over the top of the neutral axis. So that's why we provide the reinforcement over the top.
What type of steels are used in reinforcement?
So plain bars, 𝐂𝐲 𝐳 bars. So these are the bars.
So can you name a few, some of the
grades?
common grades?
Okay, sir. In FE 250 as in plain bars, then FE 415 in HYSD, FE 500.
What are these 250, 415?
So these are the yield strength of that bar.
So why do we take yield strength? Why not ultimate tensile strength? Because failure is ultimate tensile strength.
Sir, actually, when we have drawn the curve for the stress strain curve of the bars, so in mild steel we can get the definite yield point. So we considered that is to be 250 lower yield point for that. But in HYSD bars, they are some more brittle than the mild steel. So
No, my question is why yield? Why not ultimate?
Sir, if at yield point there is a significant strain after that, so due to which there may be a bulging or the buckling of the member if we have used in the concrete. So it gives the prior information about the upcoming failure of that. So we considered it to be a shorter value than to be a sudden failure at that ultimate point.
Okay. So I see that your MTech was completed in 3 years, and in between there was 1 year where you have worked in BEL, I
Yes,
suppose.
sir.
Why? So you left in the 3rd semester and then you joined BEL?
Sir, I was actually in 4th semester, and like semester starts from January to June, and I got the job offer letter in February. So I have talked to my supervisor, told him about that I have got the job in Bharat Electronics, and I want to pursue it. So they actually, as per the college rules so they have given me a corresponding 5th semester to complete my thesis work.
Okay.
So I have taken the NOC from both the college and the institutes.
Okay. We see that, Anubhav, recently there is a very big issue that has come up where a concept of creamy layer is being introduced in SCST, and there was a lot of turmoil around the Supreme Court order. So what are your thoughts on this? Should we introduce creamy layer in SCST categories?
Sir, in my opinion, if creamy layer is being introduced, I think the in SCST category, if they are below creamy layer, so they will get the benefit of the reservation. While if they are above they are in creamy layer, so like their maybe parents are self-sufficient, or so they can have more other options. Like they can do even a business, or it's opening a firm, entrepreneur they can enter.
So do you think it should be introduced?
Sir, in my opinion, yeah, it should be introduced.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So your intro is over. We'll call you back.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So, my God.
So Anubhav,
Yes, sir.
your experience is showing
Okay.
you are a good candidate, and this time you should definitely make it. You have not given the interview earlier?
No, sir. I have given in 2021, but not qualified for mains also. So this is my first attempt that I am going for the
What was
interview.
your score in?
Sir, at that time, I think in pre, I have not given the mains in 21 also. I have only given the pre in first attempt.
Okay.
अभी कितने नंबर है?
Sir, अभी overall 600 to 630
Okay.
in overall mains and pre.
प्री में कितने थे?
Sir, around
Expected.
200 to 10.
चलो 200 मान लेता हूँ मैं. और मेंस में क्या अटेम्प्ट क्या है?
So mains में attempt is like in first paper it went to 230, and in second paper it was 270.
सेकंड आसान था, फर्स्ट थोड़ा
The first one थोड़ा lengthy था बस.
चॉइस सवाल चुनना थोड़ा मुश्किल था.
Yes, sir.
230 200 और कितना एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो?
Sir, for safe side, I am expecting around 620 in pre and mains. And
मेंस में 420 एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो?
sir, 220 in that pre में.
हाँ
210 से 220 and 400 in mains.
ठीक है 400 यहाँ एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो, 600 में से अच्छा स्कोर है, ठीक है। और 100 नंबर अगर इंटरव्यू ले आते हो, सिलेक्शन कोई नहीं रोक पाएगा।
Yes sir.
100 बट तुम्हारा तुम जैसे सर अभी बोलने वाले थे, मतलब सर ही बोलेंगे, आप ही बोलिए सर। 125 नंबर तो तुम ला ही रहे हो, 150 ला सकते हो
Okay sir.
अभी, मतलब आज के तो बेस्ट हो ही हो,
Okay.
बेस्ट हो, मतलब बिल्कुल सटीक हिट किया तुमने, बुल्स आई।
तो 2.5 में से एक ने होना है तो
Yes sir.
यू आर थ्रू, ठीक है, ऑन एन एवरेज देखा जाए तो।
Okay sir. And sir, कोई lack, if there I'm lacking somewhere, you can.
एक तो देखो स्माइल मारो,
Okay sir.
तुम्हारी हाँ मोनोटोनस हो।
Okay sir.
देखो ये सारा दुनिया का खेल एनर्जी एक्सचेंज का है,
Yes sir.
और लोग यहाँ जो बैठे होंगे सब 60+ होंगे, तो उनको एनर्जी दे के जाओगे तो नंबर मिल जाएंगे।
Okay sir.
उनकी एनर्जी तुम ले गए तो मुश्किल हो जाएगी, और हाथ यहाँ फिक्स करने की जरूरत नहीं है, यूज़ योर हैंड्स।
Okay sir.
कहीं कुछ एक्सप्रेशन करना है तो करो,
Okay sir.
थर्डले से स्माइल मारो, तो नॉलेज बड़ी अच्छी है, कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है। एक्सपीरियंस इतना है तुम्हारा, अपने एक्सपीरियंस से रिलेटेड चीज़ें तुम्हें पता होनी चाहिए।
सर लाइक मैंने जैसे बेल में काम किया है तो उसका मेरे को पता है क्या क्या किया है मैंने।
हाँ
सो अब एक्चुअली वो हो गया 2022 में, आई लेफ्ट देयर।
कोई बात
सो
नहीं,
मे बी अगर
बेल
थोड़ा
क्या
बहुत।
क्या करती है ये तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए। बेल का टर्नओवर क्या है,
ओके सर, दैट
शेयर प्राइस क्या है,
और शेयर प्राइस आल्सो।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। और लेग्रांडे जो है,
yes, sir.
लेग्रांडे का स्विच होते हैं ना, इलेक्ट्रिक स्विच।
नहीं, नो सर, इट इज अ सर इंटीरियर डेकोरेटर फर्म इन गाजियाबाद।
ओके ओके, फिर ठीक है, उसकी तो कोई बात
लाइक दे हैव मेड फिटजी एंड एनसीआरस, पिज़्ज़ा हट रेनोवेशन, सो दे आर डूइंग दैट।
नहीं, तो वो भी पता होना चाहिए, ठीक
यस
है।
सर।
तो यू शुड डू वेरी वेल, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। एंड योर फादर वाज अ बैंक मैनेजर।
यस सर।
ठीक है, तो बैंकिंग नेशनलाइजेशन का भी थोड़ा सा देख लेना, कितने
Okay, sir.
बैंक थे, क्या हुआ नेशनलाइजेशन, थोड़ा सा आइडिया रहना चाहिए।
Yes sir.
Since you are MTech
Yes sir.
and done job also, so slightly expectation is more, and you give the practical answer. So instead
Okay,
of
sir.
giving this bookish answer,
Okay sir.
you just mention the typical 2-3 keywords. They will understand. Yes,
Okay, sir.
you are thorough. And whatever the latest this technical tragedies, go through newspapers.
Yes,
so always
sir,
you find some technical word. It has happened because of this system failure, means there is some whatever corruption and other things. So
Sir,
you
can
don't
I
mention.
tell about the corruption?
No,
in-
no, no, no. The
that's
system failure
why-
or something like that.
Yes.
Negative word use नहीं करना.
ट्रांसपोर्टेशन पे किया है, तो वो जो बस लेन बनाई थी दिल्ली में, वो दिल्ली में फेल हो गया। गुजरात BRTS,
Okay sir.
गुजरात में क्यों कामयाब है?
Sir, actually, I need to go through the current affairs of the transportation. So that I'm lacking. I
और फिर ये रैपिड मेट्रो बना रहे हैं,
Yes sir, RRTS,
RRTS बना रहे हैं, वो विल इट बी एबल टू पे बैक?
Okay sir.
थोड़ा सा ये जो एरोसिटी वाली बनी थी,
Yeah, airport metro.
एयरपोर्ट मेट्रो, वो क्यों फेल हुई?
ठीक है।
सारा
रिलायंस का जो प्रोजेक्ट आने लगा,
Yes sir.
सारा
Yes sir.
अल्टीमेटली वो सारा सरकार के ऊपर डाल दिया गया, DMRC पे डाल दिया गया।
Yes sir.
तो देखो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में तुम्हारा वो है, तो ऑल दिस थिंग्स यू शुड बी थ्रू।
Okay sir.
ठीक है, कितना पर किलोमीटर कॉस्ट करता है नॉर्मल ट्रैक, एलिवेटेड ट्रैक, रेलवे का?
Okay sir.
ठीक है, मतलब
Yes sir.
जब ओखली में सिर दिया तो पूरा
Yes, sir.
अच्छे से पढ़ के जाना।
वही मैं पूछना चाह रहा था।
Okay.
मैं जब मोनो रेल और इसके इकोनॉमिक्स की बात कर रहा था,
Yes,
तो मैं
sir.
उसी पॉइंट पे हिट कर रहा था कि मतलब क्या उसका कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट है, क्या उसका रेवेन्यू कॉस्ट है, रेवेन्यू मॉडल कौन सा बेहतर है।
Okay sir.
ठीक
Sir,
है,
I'll look that.
हाँ, मतलब वो
Because at that
कंस्ट्रक्शन,
point I'm not knowing that.
हाँ, कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट और रेवेन्यू मॉडल।
Okay sir.
और कई जगह पर इन्होंने वो शुरू कर, रोपवे स्टार्ट कर दी है।
Yes sir.
तो अब रोपवे की क्या कॉस्ट आती है पर
Okay
किलोमीटर?
sir. All of the transport facilities
हाँ,
like.
मतलब यू आर एमटेक।
Yes sir, I got that. Yeah.
और हर किसी ने कोई ना कोई जाम भुगता होगा, तो जाम क्यों होता है? ठीक है ना, टोल कलेक्शन कैसे होती है? ये जो ऑर्डर निकाला 60 किलोमीटर तक नहीं करनी,
Yes sir. Yeah.
कौन करता है? कंसेशनर क्या होता है?
Okay sir.
यू शुड नो अबाउट एवरीथिंग। ठीक है।
ओके सर।
तो अभी आपके पास पॉकेट में कौन सा जॉब है?
सर CPWD, आई एम ज्वाइनिंग ऑन 2 सितंबर।
ठीक है, तो CPWD क्या करती है?
यस
तो
सर।
उसके बारे में पता रहना चाहिए। ठीक है, ये नहीं कह सकते कि मैंने अभी ज्वाइन नहीं किया तो मुझे
नहीं
पता
नो
नहीं।
सर, वो
और
थोड़ा
तब तक ज्वाइन कर चुके होगे।
यस सर।
ठीक है, तो CPWD पूरा पढ़ के जाना,
ओके सर।
क्योंकि कोई ना कोई CPWD से होगा वहाँ पे।
यस होंगे। यस सर।
ठीक है, ओके।
ओके सर।
यू हैव गुड पर्सनैलिटी, बस स्माइल ऐड कर लो।
ओके सर।
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।